Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason here. I wanted to make a review for a firearm I just picked up. I haven't seen too many reviews on this particular pistol, so I wanted to give it my own opinion. It's a KAHR CT380, and I chose this gun for many reasons, which I'll get into. But with further ado, it comes in a pretty cheesy cardboard box, but who cares? You got a foam liner. Paperwork. Nobody cares about paperwork. And let's get to the good stuff. The gun comes with a trigger lock, a small little lock, couple of keys, this 3-piece trigger lock right here, which not too crazy about that. I keep my firearms locked up anyway. And here is the pistol itself. I find it absolutely beautiful. It's a black polymer frame, stainless steel slide. It's just over 5 inches long, about 4 1/4 high, and 3/4 of an inch thick. Has some really, I don't know if I can get the camera on there. Has some really nice sights. I like them. 2 dots to line up. 7 rounds, 7+1 magazine. It only comes with one. Let me get this box out of the way here. Oops, threw it on the ground. 7+1 magazine. And, well, just for safety's sake, it has been cleared prior to the video, just so you all know. 7+1 magazine, and that's pretty much it. I mean, what you see is what you get. Very, very nice, small little pistol. Now, I did purchase this. I've been doing a lot of research. I wanted something for carry conceal, something I could either put in my pocket or hide on my belt with a small holster. And I've been doing research for a long time. And there were 3 things that were, how do I say it? 3 things that were a issue for me is price, reliability, and size. There's many different sizes of these carry conceals. And one of the biggest, the 4th thing is the feel of it. This feels really good. Has a very, very nice grip. The 3 small pistols that I thought felt the best was this, one of the SIGs, I think it was a SIG 380, one of the small ones, and the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. The Smith & Wesson didn't necessarily like it because it had it actually had too much stuff. There was a safety, I didn't like the sights. The SIG was just too much money for me, so I chose this one. And I've watched a lot of reviews on this one also, and also the trigger on this one felt way better than the trigger on the Smith & Wesson. These small carry conceal pistols do have a long trigger pull, and so you want something nice and smooth, and this is a very, very smooth trigger. The other issue with these small pistols, I've watched a lot of videos and did some research, is people say they will tend to jam up a couple of times, so you need to put a couple hundred rounds through them. You know, it's nothing bad with the pistol, just because they're so small, that's what you have to do. One, I guess, little trick I heard a guy say is to lock the slide back and leave it in your safe for a couple of days, and it will break in the spring. Well, I left this in my lockbox for 3 days, just like this. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I noticed a difference. I don't think it did anything. But we'll find out on the range when we go to shoot this if that had any impact at all whatsoever. Hopefully this does not jam up. I have already taken this apart and cleaned it thoroughly. Just oiled up the slide. It's nice and clean. It's ready to go. And there's some ammo I purchased. I got 50 rounds, 90 grain PMC, which, to be honest, I just bought them because they were one of the cheapest ones. Just a round nose, full metal jacket. And I'm actually going to buy another box of these. This is only 50. And then I got some Hornady American Gunner. self-defense hollow points. And see if I can get that up there. I'm not sure if you can see that. But just a nice self-defense hollow point. And so I want to save some of these for home use. So I'm only going to shoot about half of them. But I'm going to mainly shoot these. So that's pretty much it for the overall review. We're going to go to the range next. But I really like the feel of this gun. I love the trigger pull. It's just small enough to get in the pocket. And so we're going to go to the range and see how this works. So I'll meet you guys there. All right, we're out at the range. Range test the KAHR CT380.
Let's take a look at that.
7 rounds. We're shooting the PMC 90 grain. So here we go. First shot. And a jam. We had a jam there, and I think that's from the trigger reset. On these small guns, you have to let the trigger back out all the way. I don't think I did that, so. Magazine 2.
Very nice. Very nice.
All the way.
Yep.
All right, magazine number 3. Jeez.
It's a little stiff.
All right, I'm going to go for the bottom target.
Copy.
All right, magazine number 4. We got some Hornady hollow points in here, 90 grain. We're gonna see how those work. So far I've had a few issues. Like that. Okay, we just finished with the range test of this KAHR CT380. Had some problems in the beginning. The first 3 to 4 magazines, there was a couple of failure to feed into the barrel. I had 1 or 2 failure to ejects. Had a couple problems with the slide, as when I put the magazine in and trying to chamber it, it got stuck. So what I was doing was just loading it like that, and that worked every time. I put a total of about 115 rounds or so through, and after about the 5th or 6th magazine, it performed flawlessly. I've only put about 120 rounds, like I said, and it was flawless. Worked great. It took a little bit to get used to the accuracy of it. The barrel's very short, so you got to get your finger placement just right. But overall, very happy with it. I just wish I had some more ammo now. Now I'm going to go home and I'll show you how to disassemble it and clean it. Okay guys, we're back from the range and I'm going to show you how to disassemble this because I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to clean it as well. I won't show me cleaning it, but since I have to take it apart to clean it, I'll show you how to disassemble it. It's already been cleared. There's no magazine in it. So okay, so what you do, there's a line right here on the slide. Not sure how well you can see that. There's a line on the slide, and then there's a line on the frame right about there. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull the slide back, line up the lines, and then push the slide lock pin out from the other side, this piece. It's not that easy to do on this pistol right now because it's not fully broken in. I mean, I think it is, but the slide is still quite a bit tough. So what I'll do is I will actually push this back like this and pull that pin out from the other side. Like I said, not the easiest thing. Just like that. And then what you do, just pull the trigger, and this slides right off. Sorry, I think the camera's shaking, guys. As you can see, it's pretty dirty in there already. Just from those 120 rounds or so, pretty dirty. What you're going to do is pop out the spring, which there are actually 2 of them, and take the barrel out. If I can set this up, and there's the barrel, and that's it. And just put it together in reverse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean this real quick, and then I'll show you how to put it back together, which I think is kind of self-explanatory, but I'll go ahead and show that anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this real quick. Alright guys, it's all clean. All nice and purty. And we're going to put this back together. Sorry I'm filming this upside down, so I'll try to do the best I can. First, put the barrel in. And then you're going to take your springs. First you're going to load the small one, then the bigger one, and then you're going to push that in here, and you're going to just bring it down against the barrel right there. This portion of the spring pin is round, so it doesn't matter which way you put it in there. And then what you're going to do, just slide this back on here on over the gun, and you're going to have to line up excuse me, line up those 2 holes again, and you're going to want to put the pin back in. And there's a small piece, it's probably going to be impossible to show, there's a small piece that you'll see that needs to go underneath that spring. And I'm probably going to have to do this upside down because this is, again, pressing this back in. Maybe I can, oops, wrong way. And there we go. The best way to tell if you got that under the spring is put the magazine back in and pull the slide back. And if you put this pin in there properly and you pull the slide back, the magazine will automatically push that up and lock the slide back. Pretty sure I got that. Yeah. So there we go. That's how you disassemble it and put it back together. If you guys want me to film cleaning, let me know. I didn't think you guys would care about that, so I didn't do it. But alright, so I'm going to give you my overall assessment on this. Okay guys, I wanted to give you my overall assessment of this gun. And just to do a quick recap of it. At the range, I brought a total of 125 rounds. I brought 100 of the PMC 90 grain and 25 of the hollow point 90 grain. I shot a total of 117 rounds. I had, which equals out to about 16 to 17 magazines, 7-round magazines around there, give or take. The first 4 to 5 magazines, I had some issues. There was some I had some problems with the trigger reset. I'm not exactly sure if that's entirely my fault or not. I think that is, on these small guns, you need to learn how to reset the trigger properly, so that more than likely is my fault. Other than that, I had a couple failures to feed. I had a couple of failures to eject. The other thing was, once I shot an entire magazine and I reloaded it, as long as I did it this way with the slide open, that worked. But if I manually did it, that was when I had a lot of failure to feed also. So after those 4 to 5 magazines, so I'm going to say around the next 10 to 11 magazines were flawless. I did not have any issues. The funny thing is the hollow points actually seem to shoot better. But yeah, the last 10 to 11 magazines were flawless. So would I trust this with my life? Yes. I'm not sure. The whole break-in period, I mean, everyone's going to have their different opinion, you know. I mean, there's $1,500 1911s that take time to break in. So is it fair to say a pistol like this is not going to work well because it jams a couple times right off the start? I don't think so. And to be honest, I mean, and most people say you have to put a couple hundred rounds through this. After about 40 to 50 rounds, this had broken. I did not have one single failure after 40 or 50 rounds at all. So, to me, that's even better. So my overall assessment on it, I like it. I will carry it. I do trust my life with it. I'm definitely going to take it back out as soon as I can and put a couple hundred more rounds through it just to break it in even more and see if there are any other issues. But until then, I'm happy with it. I highly recommend it. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comments, please leave your comments or questions, and have a good one.